Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tim Bartos. This is my guest, Karen Houston.
Hello.
And I'm going to tell you more about her in just a minute. Today is Monday, June the 16th, 2014. Hard to believe, but
Beautiful day.
Father's Day weekend. I hope you had a nice one.
Nice one, yeah.
Good,
Beautiful
good.
weekend.
It was a beautiful weekend, and I hope everybody that's tuning in right now had a great Father's Day weekend. At any rate, this is a live web chat, and as I said, my name is Tim Bartos. I'm the spokesperson for 6 on Seniors, which is a segment seen each and every Monday during the noon news with Liz Bishop. And we talk about all kinds of things that relate to seniors, to caregivers, and as I like to say, everyone else in between. And we talk about all kinds of subjects. And this is a live web chat. And we want to talk a little bit about what I spoke about during the live segment today. And we want to hear from you. We would love to take your questions. Today I spoke about hospital discharges and potential issues with that, and how we want the hospital person who's being discharged from a hospital, we want that transition to go smoothly for whatever it might be. If they're going to a rehab center, if they're going home, if they need home care, if they need hospice, Meals on Wheels, so there was all kinds of things. And that's what we talked a little bit about. I spoke with Liz a little bit about during the segment today, and that's what we're going to be talking with Karen about, and I will tell you more about her background in just a minute. But first I want to tell you how you can get questions to us, because we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to answer your questions. If you have any comments, any thoughts on the topic at hand, by all means, let us know. You can email us at chat@cbs6albany.com. Very easy to remember, chat, C-H-A-T, at cbs6albany.com. Or you can send us a question through the CBS 6 Facebook page. And if you have not become a friend of CBS 6, there are nearly 85,000 people that like CBS 6. So let's get that number to 100,000. So like CBS 6 page. And while you're at it, you may want to like the Baptist Health Nursing and Rehab Center page. We also have a Facebook page, and we'd love for you to like that page as well. And I'm sure Albany Med has a Facebook page.
Yes, Albany
right?
Medical Center has a Facebook page as well.
So you may want to take a look at that one as well and like that. So those are the two ways that you can get a hold of us. At any rate, Karen Houston, as I said, is my guest. And Karen, first of all, thank you so much for coming down today, taking time to come all the way over from Albany. And we're live in the Niskayuna studios on Balltown Road here at Channel 6.
Thanks, Tim. It was an honor to be invited.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Karen is the director of Continuum of Care at Albany Medical Center. And she has her master's from Russell Sage College, local school. And she's been at Albany Medical Center most of her career, and has worked in a number of different areas. And I'm again so pleased that you're here. And I'll let you tell the folks a little bit about what you do at Albany Med and what you have done over the years. And,
well, I've as Tim said, I've spent most of my career at Albany Med doing many things. My background is I am a nurse, and my background is in oncology. I've worked in quality, and for the last 10 years or so, I have been in Continuum of Care. And what that means is I have a team of case managers, RN case managers, and licensed social workers that work for me. And we together conduct discharge planning, transition folks from one setting to another, make sure the care they're receiving is at the most appropriate level, whether they need to be in the hospital or, as Tim said, home, ready for discharge. It's a very busy place. We have over 100 people on our team.
is that right?
That's
Wow.
right. They're unit-based. Albany Medical Center is a large hospital.
I was going to say, I shouldn't be surprised that it's that large, but 100 seems like a lot. But go ahead, yes.
And they work at the unit level with the physicians and the nurses as a healthcare team to deal with acute care issues and transitions to the next level when a patient's approaching discharges. Social workers also deal with coping, helping families and patients cope with acute care crisis as well.
Sure, and it's gotten a lot more difficult, and well, one of the reasons, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I mentioned during the segment that hospital stays are much shorter than they used to be, and I think I said the average stay is now about 3 to 4 days.
Right.
And so folks are being discharged a lot sooner, and that puts more pressure on your team there at Albany Medical Center to make sure that they're being discharged properly and to the right setting and everything that goes along with it.
Right. Then, in fact, we always tell patients the day you're admitted is the day we begin planning for your discharge. In other words, what's the plan? What's the plan of care that the physician has set up? What are the needs? And then talk about your readiness to be discharged to the next setting.
Sure, right. And I imagine there are a lot of folks that are anxious to move on and get out of the hospital, and there probably are those that would just as soon have a few more days, right?
and again, I think the goal to that is communication, is talking and keeping the family and the patients engaged in what the plan is.
Right.
And what is the potential discharge date, so that it isn't a surprise.
Right.
And that's our goal every day, is what's the plan, and, so they can prepare.
Right, so they can prepare, exactly. And as you said, it's not a surprise. And again, hopefully it's to the right setting and that kind of thing.
That's our goal.
Right, absolutely. Wow. Well, I know that one of the things that you have been very instrumental in, and that is creating an Albany Care Transition Coalition, and maybe you could tell us a little bit about that. What is that, and what motivated the members of the coalition to come together, and just expand a little bit about that for us.
Well, about 2 years ago, actually it was January of 2012, the Centers for Medicare began to look at hospitals and look at holding back funding related to readmissions. So the goal was safe, effective transition to the next level of care. So many facilities in the area, numerous nursing homes approached Albany Medical Center, me as the director of the Continuum, to say we need to really look at improving some gaps in communication and coordination from discharge to transitioning to the next level. And IPRO, which is the Quality Improvement Organization for Medicare, had a project called Care Transitions. And so they have definite goals, and our group began to meet, and the membership has just grown. It's been very, very exciting.
Yes.
We meet once a month, and it's standing room only now. We have over 30 facilities.
I was just going to say, how many are involved?
We started with about 28, but we have close to 35 now.
Wow.
It feels like every month there's somebody new.
Wow.
And the facilities range from all the way up into Warren County, Glens Falls, and all the way south to Dutchess, Ulster County.
Yes, wow. And I know the coalition was just recognized at the IPRO annual meeting with an award for the work that's being done here in Albany, and very pleased to be a part of that, but maybe you could share just a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, that was
very exciting.
It was very, very exciting for all members of the coalition, and we were awarded the Care Transition annual award. It's a state award that IPRO awards every year for various quality improvement initiatives. Our Care Transition Coalition, since 2012, has reduced our overall readmission rate by 30%.
30%, that's significant.
And,
very significant.
We continue. We have a lot of work to do still, but our goal is to continue to get below the state average, which is 20%, and we're close.
Which is tremendous, right? And maybe you just answered it with that question, but I was going to ask you, how does the work and the success of the coalition impact the community? And I guess that's part of it, by reducing the hospital readmission rate, right?
Well, reducing hospital readmissions, when we transfer a patient to the next setting, we certainly don't want them coming back.
Right.
And so the goal is safe and effective transitions to, whether it be home, In this case, it was to nursing homes, whether it be
Yes.
long-term or subacute. And so the goal was really to standardize the approach and to look at, no matter what facility in this coalition you were going to, that the approach was the same. The information you were getting was the same. The tools we were using to communicate were the same. And again, increasing the communication to and from the facilities
Sure.
has really resulted in a great collaboration.
Right, I was just going to say, it's tremendous, right? And you were able to pull this all together in a little over a year, I guess, right?
Yeah, a year. We're still working at it. As I said, there's lots of opportunities, but we have a great meeting every month and seem to always have some new ideas to implement.
Sure, which is tremendous. That's great to have that kind of involvement. Who makes up the membership? I know you mentioned there were about 30, but
About 30 facilities, and these are subacute, long-term care facilities, hospice, our home care, the Visiting Nurse Association makes up the group. I have physicians, nurses, social workers, administrators. On the hospital side, I have a service director for medicine and the emergency department. Our emergency room physicians have attended.
Sure.
And so it's a very mixed group.
I was going to say mixed and involves just about everybody, right?
Yeah,
Which is,
yeah.
I'm sure, a big reason why it's been so successful. So what actions account for such success? It's a Monday, folks. Please bear with me. I can't get my words out sometimes.